Jason stared through the crack in his closet door, swallowing mouthfuls of musty air, clutching an iron fire poker just as Captain Ahab clutched his harpoon. His tongue slithered between the gap where a baby tooth on the bottom row had been knocked out by a kid he'd paid to punch him so he could set his trap. Mom's sobs resounded from above. Jason's stomach ached. He couldn't remember the last time he had a meal that wasn't microwave or takeout, nor could he remember the last time he saw his father. The Tooth Fairy made Jason's little brother Malik disappear the previous year after he tried to catch her. Jason white-knuckled the poker as a dainty hand slid his window open. Blue moonlight reflected off a TV set on a dresser with overstuffed clothes drawers. Dread and nausea suffused his nervous system as buzzing seared his ears and charred his mind. All the sleepless nights of listening to his parents fight while he lay in bed with his pillow wrapped around his head came gushing back like... Now. It was Jason's fault that Malik vanished. He should have been watching him. It was his fault his folks split. Everything was his fault and always would be. But maybe he could fix that tonight with a fire poker spiked through a bulbous watermelon-like head. 6 slender hands with multicolored manicured fingers grasped the door frame, and a bloated 6-segmented husk fluttered in with kaleidoscope wings. Scarred coins fell from the overstuffed pockets of her torn purple dress that clung to awful, pale, sagging, leathery skin. Obsidian compound eyes shifted from side to side. A tarnished silver crown that once was a symbol of a powerful Tootheater empire in a once bustling galaxy sat haphazardly on the rat's nest of white wispy hair. Antennas protruded from her scalp glowed like the embers at the end of a cigarette. She floated to the sheetless mattress and flipped over a stained caseless pillow. A pearly white tooth glistened in the moonlight. A red, fleshy tube unfurled from her disc-like mouth and sucked the molar up. Jason rushed out of the closet, brandishing the poker like a bat, swinging wildly, bashing the air until he connected with the Tooth Fairy's head, dropping to the ground in a pool of greenish-gold blood. Cold iron rang through his hands, numbing his fingers and reverberating through his bones. He raised the poker above his head like a spear. Malik's seafoam green eyes in curly blonde hair flashed in her dead insect eyes. Tears bled down his freckled cheeks, and his lips trembled. "Where's my brother?" He grabbed a glowing antenna that looked like it was about to explode. He tore the appendage off, and the buzzing turned into a shriek. Everything exploded into a flash of silver light. Jason woke up in a dark, hot, and cramped space. His stomach rumbled as he craved enamel, dentin, cementum, and pulp. Malik's voice calling his name, his parents fighting, slamming doors, breaking things, slapping, and sobbing, cycled through his brain like a mortar belt. "Am I dead?" he thought. He pushed against spongy walls. Is this what happened to Malik? Jason's pincer sank through a wall, and silver light streamed through a crack in the cocoon. He dropped from the cocoon, and colorless, veiny wings burst from his back. The agony of the moment was brief before he face-planted onto a marble street as he helplessly thrashed in the air. Jason glanced into the scuffed marble and saw 2 green compound orbs and a set of antennas suffused with wiry black hair staring back at him. Teeth hailed from the porcelain sky, pegging in different sections of his thorax. His antennas twitched towards skyscrapers made of molars, gleaming with silver sun rays. His mouth tube unrolled like fruit by the foot and sucked up a pile of yellow, white, silver, black, and green teeth. Tears, saltwater taffy, blood, gummy bears, copper, butterscotch, ash, lemon lime lollipops, bone, warheads, chalk, gummy worms, bleach, peppermint, porta potty reek, strawberry ice cream, ammonia, Jolly Ranchers, rot, gobstoppers, decay, bubblegum, dust, chocolate-covered raisins, skin, sugar cane, sweat, candy apples, tartar, maple syrup, spoiled milk, Fruit Loops, plaque, Cap'n Crunch, smoke, popcorn, vomit, and caramel struck his taste buds all at once like purple lightning. Insect fairies fluttered above him to a skyscraper as tall as the Tower of Babel. Some held basketball-sized teeth, and others held boulder-sized teeth in their arms. Jason picked up a yellow bowling ball-sized tooth, flapped his wings, and followed the crowd. They dropped their offerings off in front of a bug fairy fused to a tooth-like throne and took off. Crystallized teeth stuck to the god thing's wings, segmented body, black hair, antenna, and mandibles. Faded blonde hair spilled over a silver crown, and tired green eyes lit up with a hint of recognition. Jason stepped toward the throne. Malik? The Malik you knew is dead, Malik said in a deep, syrupy baritone voice. I miss you. I want you to come home with me and fix our family, Jason said, brimming with tears. Malik coughed up a mouthful of bloody teeth. I can't. I'm dying. Every day is agony. Teeth began to form in my lungs. Everything hurts. Please, help me, Jason. I love you. Jason gripped Malik's glowing antennas in his pincers and ripped them off. Silver light exploded from the gaps in his head. The light enveloped his body and he disintegrated into dust. The light swallowed Jason and merged him with the chair as the new emperor.